Welcome back to Level 7 Omega Protocol. This is the playthrough of Mission 2, A Breath of Fresh Air. We are beginning Turn 5, which is the start of Round 3. We'll be doing just the commandos this turn. So the first thing we knew is we need to move the timer up one space. So we'll just go up to the top here, and we're going to move from 2 to 3. Okay, beginning of Round 3. Let's pan down a little bit. So last time we had a couple of rogue clones spawned out of the vent, did some damage to the recon specialist, and now we'll need to go over to the commando area, and we're going to need to pass the adrenaline over to the overseer, set up our initiative order, and pick stances. So we'll do that now. The commando's now in a little bit of rough shape. The reconnaissance specialist has 2 wounds, and the team leader has 1. So for initiative order, this time I'm having the heavy sports specialist going first, team leader going second, recon specialist going third. Of course, the first thing we need to do is transfer all the adrenaline, which I've taken off the commando cards, and pass it over to the overseer. And this time we have, I believe it's 14. Yes, it is. 14 adrenaline is going to go over to the overseer. So I'll just pass that over. Now the overseer has 16 adrenaline to play with. Pretty dangerous, but that's the way it is. Okay, we will just head right over to the main board, and we will activate the commandos in order. And sorry, I just glossed right over the stances they were in. I'm having the team leader in commanding stance, which is going to be adding that 1 black die on attacks. I have the reconnaissance specialist this time in cautious advance. That's the one where after he's been attacked, he can move to spaces if he uses an adrenaline. And I used a different stance for the heavy sports specialist time. It's called braced, and it means your ranged attacks cost 1 adrenaline instead of the normal amount. So instead of 2, it's going to cost the heavy sports specialist only 1 adrenaline to make a ranged assault with his M62 weapon. And his maximum adrenaline to spend this turn is 4. The reconnaissance specialist can spend up to 6, and the team leader can spend up to 5. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use strafing fire, and that is an ability that doesn't cost any adrenaline for the heavy sports specialist, so he'll be spending 1 adrenaline to make an attack. But I'm going to do a strafing fire attack. And this is the one where when you're using the M62 on your turn, you can make an additional free attack as part of the same action. You can attack the same target or a second target within 2 spaces of the first, as long as the second target is also in your line of sight and the M62's range. When you use strafing fire, remove 1 black die from each attack roll before rolling. Well, the nice thing is the team leader is in commanding mode. He's right here. He's easily within the 5-space aura, which lends the heavy sports specialist a +1 black die. So that's going to cancel out. So he is actually going to roll 3 black dice and 2 red dice, which is the amount that he uses for his M62. And he's just going to shoot point blank at the one right in front of him, and then he will get that free attack as well to shoot at the one right behind, which is right in front of the reconnaissance specialist. So spending 1 adrenaline for the ranged attack. Let's see if he can take that first one out. And it is a 2, and it is a 3. And I don't believe 3 is enough, because the rogue clone's ranged defense is 4. So, and I think I missed. No, I didn't miss rolling any dice. Okay, he missed on the first shot. So he's going to still take his free shot and strafe the same one again. This time, better luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. And his free second strafing shot, he takes down the rogue clone. All right. And now I'm going to do the very same thing again. He's going to spend 1 adrenaline, and he's going to do the strafing fire again. I don't think that's... no, it's just an ongoing ability. So again, the same number of dice. This time he's targeting this rogue clone. And of course, his teammate does not block line of sight or cause any impediment at all. Figures and tokens on the board do not cause any problems for shooting. So the heavy is going to shoot at the next rogue clone. Same thing, he'll get 2 shots. And his first shot, 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't even need to take a second shot. He just takes this guy out with his only 4 defense. All right, the way is clear. The heavy support specialist has only spent 2 of his 4 adrenaline, and I think he is going to spend 1 more adrenaline, and that is to move. Now he can only move 2 spaces, but he's just going to go 1, 2 straight ahead. We have to try and get to the room to the north here. All right, that was the heavy support specialist. I'm going to leave him with 1 adrenaline left in case he gets attacked. Then the aliens won't get that +1 red die to attack commandos that have already used up all their adrenaline. Okay, next up is the team leader. And the first thing I'm going to have the team leader do, he has 5 adrenaline he can spend. I'm going to have him spend 2 of it right now to do a heal action. Get rid of that 1 wound that he has on himself, so that will go away. And then let me think a little bit here as to what he's going to do for the next actions. Okay, I was just reading the cards over a little bit, make sure I don't have any issues. I'm going to have the commando or the team leader do a move action that costs 1 adrenaline. His move speed is 2. I'm going to have him go 1 and 2. And he'll probably face the door as well. Now he's adjacent to the recon specialist. And I did that for a reason, because the team leader has this card right here, which is a med pack. This is one of the general kits that you can take. It says, an action, roll a red die. An active commando adjacent to you removes as many wound tokens from his character sheet as the number of hits you roll. The commando may have only 1 copy of this kit card, and that costs 2 adrenaline. That is going to take our team leader to his maximum of 5. However, he is in the commanding mode, so he can't be targeted while he's adjacent to another commando, and he's now adjacent to the heavy, so he should not be able to be targeted. And now he has to roll 1 red die, and let's hope he can heal the recon specialist. Either 1 or 2. Let's go for the best here. And that's 1. So the team leader, using the med pack, is able to remove 1 of the wounds off the recon specialist. So now he is only down to 1 wound. Okay, last up in order, the recon specialist. He's in cautious advance, so he can spend a total of 6 adrenaline, and the first thing I'm going to do is have him spend 2 adrenaline himself and get rid of that last wound that is on him. He has 4 adrenaline left to spend now. He has a movement of 3, so I'm going to spend 1 adrenaline to have him move, and he's right here. He's going to go 1, 2, and 3. So they're all in a row, they're facing the door, and that's 3 of 6 adrenaline. Next, he's going to spend 1 adrenaline to try and open the door. So that's going to be 4 of 6. He is going to open this door. I'll just go up a little bit, and away we go. And this door is just unlocked. And there's no special anythings with this. It just means remove it from the game once you have, of course, looked in the room to see what is there. So let's go into the room stack. This is an objective room or the one on the other corner. So we will have a look here, and we will do things in priority order to see what we have. So first up is something that is priority 2, and it is a trap. And it says place up to 9 corrosive gas markers in this room to form 1 cloud. And I think the team leader, though, not too interested in hearing anything about that, is going to play Partial Map Facility, his kit card, and it says when resolving a room stack, you can discard this card to discard a trap card without resolving it. So the team leader is going to use that That is going to go away. That is going to mean that this corrosive gas trap does not trigger. It goes away. Okay, there's still 2 more cards left in this room. The next one, look at that. We have found the room that holds the control panel. Place the control panel objective tile in this room's objective zone. So we're going to go and find the control panel and we're going to place it in the room. So just give me a minute to get set up here. Well, much happened after that door was opened. With the placement of the control panel, which is located up in the north part of the room here, there's still 1 more card left in this room to deal with, and it is a priority 3, and it is another trap, and it's called Ambush. And it says, after this room's cards have been resolved, this is the last one, of course, the Overseer chooses and discards another door marker in this room. Remove all the cards for that. Resolve all the cards for that room as if it had been explored normally. Well, of course, the only other door is right here. So we're going to open this door and we're going to resolve the cards in this room. But before I do that, what happened when the control has been found is we also get a new creature that has appeared on the board, the Fear Hunter. And so I'm going to go over to where it has appeared now, and we'll deal with that. Then we'll come back, open that door, and resolve the other stack. Lots going on here with the opening of this door and the finding of the control panel. So that door goes away. All right, let me reposition this camera. All right, so with the control panel found, this part of the facility now, there is an entrance right here. And we get to spawn 1 Fear Hunter. Basically, when the control room was found, the Fear Hunter enters the game. So he shows up here at this entrance. And let me see if I can get a little bit closer to this card. Basically, normally Fear Hunters have a movement of 5, but they have a movement of 7. They normally have range defense of 3-7, but it is 5-7 for this scenario. And they usually have 4 hit points, but they have 6. So I just put little mini dice on here to remind myself. And there's a whole bunch of special text that I think I will read when we start encountering the Fear Hunter with the commandos. There's a whole bunch of stuff to read. So as we get into that, we'll deal with it. Just for now, know that it has spawned here. But now we have to resolve that middle room stack, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so what happens now is this door just opens and disappears. We don't even look at it, almost like there wasn't a door there at all. And we have to resolve this room stack. That was from the Ambush card. And wow, okay, they're both priority 3. And this time we have a fire team. It says spawn 3 warrior clones in this room. So 3 warrior clones show up. Also, the next card is Vanguard, and it is spawned 2 warrior clones and 1 rogue clone. So, just as the commandos found the control center, it looks like the base has just unleashed a massive attack. So I have to find myself here 5 warrior clones, 1 rogue clone. And let me get that out and then reposition the camera a little bit and put them out on this board. And I just repositioned the door tile back because when you're putting the aliens into the room, they can't be on the door tile itself. So I'm going to have the 1 rogue clone go here, and I'm going to have, I guess, an entire row of the other clones. Well, they're going to be going next, so let's put them right up here as close as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just put a whole cluster of them right here. I'll remove the door now. So basically, that room is now crawling with aliens, and our commandos are right here, and they have basically used all of their turn. The recon specialist can, he still has 2 adrenaline left. He has a movement of 3. But I think I'm just going to, wow, this is going to be really, really ugly. I think I'm just going to leave him where he is for now. And I think that, well, no, sorry, I'm going to do one other thing. He has a free movement with his Trailblazer ability. So I'm going to have him actually move 2 spaces right back here onto the onto this marker, and he is going to spend 1 more adrenaline to actually investigate the marker space. Maybe he can find something useful. So that's going to take him to 5 of 6. So that's taking away the investigate marker, and he gets to look at an investigate card and find out what it is. And he gets lab samples. And it's an interrupt. Discard this card and choose 1 clone or hybrid in your line of sight and within 6 spaces of you. Move that figure 2 spaces and choose which way it is facing. Okay, so you get to mess with one of the clones or hybrids. And I don't believe the Fear Hunter is a hybrid. No, it's a specific type of alien. So he will be able to mess with one of the clones, perhaps. All right. Wow, that is definitely it now. I'm thinking the Commandos, even though they're fully healed now, it looked like they might be in a little bit of trouble. Next up will be turn 6, which will be the completion of round 3, and that will be the Overseer phase. And the Overseer has a lot of adrenaline tokens to spend. So, all right, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Join me next time when the Overseer, with his, I believe, 16 adrenaline to spend, we'll see what kind of damage he can do to our commandos. Okay, thanks for watching.